They chose to loot the public treasury, indebt future generations to the tune of trillions of dollars, make healthcare more expensive for the vast majority of Americans, push hospitals and nursing homes toward bankruptcy to pay for tax cuts that mostly benefit the wealthy and well-connected. And there is no constituency for this. There is no voting bloc in Georgia that's crying out for more expensive health care so that the rich can pay lower taxes. And it just demonstrates that this fake populist veneer of Trumpism, this pretend concern for working class men and women, is a lie. Because when the time came to make policy, trillions of dollars of policy, they have sold out regular people in Georgia and across the country to benefit the wealthy and well-connected, and it's corruption in action right there in plain sight.
So the Republicans wrote this bill so that the Medicaid cuts do not take effect next year before your Senate election. And so you will be running, no doubt, against a Republican who will be able to say, none of these cuts have happened yet, and so all of this scare talk has been unnecessary.
Well, first of all, you mentioned a number of Georgia hospitals. There are as many as 20 Georgia hospitals that are at risk of closure across the state of Georgia. We've already lost 9 or 10 in the last 10 years. And their finances, their impact, their prospects, their potential to attract investment and to generate financing is immediately impacted. So the risk to hospitals and nursing homes is here now. Not to mention, the failure to renew Affordable Care Act benefits means that hundreds of thousands of my constituents are likely to see huge increases in their health insurance premiums next year, not in 2027, not in 2028, but next year. And the public sees this for what it is. It is a giveaway, it is a handout to wealthy political donors paid for with trillions of dollars of debt that's undermining international confidence in the creditworthiness of the United States and damaging the value of the dollar, and paid for by ripping health care away from working class and middle class families in Georgia and pushing the whole health care system closer and closer to financial insolvency.
We just saw affordability of just living affordability in New York City become the issue in the mayor's race in New York. How does that work in Georgia? And is there a similar theme to be struck in Georgia?
Absolutely. And that is why, look, the most important thing about this bill is that it is a disaster for human beings, for the health and welfare of human beings. But it is also political malpractice for the Republican Party to gain power and use that power to drive up healthcare costs for the vast majority of Americans at a time when the cost of living is the #1 public concern, and especially when it comes to health insurance premiums and the cost of healthcare.
Georgia Senator Jon Ossoff, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Lauren.